Hey everybody, welcome back to JNJtabletop, or welcome back to Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions, hosted by JNJtabletop.
I think it works either way.
I guess it works both ways, you know? But either way, I'm the real Josh T. I am your Dungeon Master for tonight, and we're just gonna do some quick introductions. We'll go around the table. We'll say counterclockwise, starting with Michael this time, and just tell everybody who you are, who you play, if you want to shout out anything about like where they could find you or anything like that, and if you feel like it, what kind of coffee do you think your character would like to order, or would they like to make it themselves instead? Or do they not drink coffee? Michael, starting with you.
So, Master Yoda, I am pretty much anywhere. I mean, I'm pretty much only active, semi-active on Twitter. I do have an Instagram and a Twitch, but I don't stream, and just kind of am out there. I play Mac, the Halfling Rogue, and I would say he really doesn't drink coffee. He just likes hot coffee to use in the case of emergencies, to throw on his enemies before he stabs them. So his
Flavor
preferred coffee is extra hot.
Okay. Gotcha.
Respect.
Great answer.
All right, I guess that means I'm next. I'm Jake, one of the J's from JNJtabletop. You can see my Twitter here on screen at JnJake _. Sometimes there's an underscore there, sometimes there isn't, depending on the platform. Anyways, say hi to me both in chat, on the comment section, on Twitter, and if you feel spicy, Hive. Sure, why not? Hive Social. Anyways, I play Vale, the Elven Fighter Warlock, and he definitely would drink coffee, he definitely would make his own, and he definitely would be a coffee snob that only wants light roasted coffee, because that is the correct coffee. So, that's what he would have.
Correct coffee.
Yeah.
I'm upset because you said that, and I just remembered that somebody my brother-in-law works with roasted coffee for him, and I was going to take some of it home, and I forgot it. So,
Yikes.
but anyway, that's a story for another time. itsevbo, your turn.
Hello, I am Evbo, or itsevbo, or Evan, and I stream on Twitch rarely. I'm trying to pick that up more lately. We just did something really fun where we made up AI stories, made up stories with ChatGPT, and voice acted them, and it was so much fun. Check me out on Twitter. That's pretty much the only place I'm active. I play Echo, the Halfling Monk, my sweet, sweet, precious boy. And I don't know if everybody forgot, but we had coffee once as a group. And
I thought that was the case.
Echo does not like coffee, which is funny because he likes stouts, but somehow the different presentation just works for him. So I would say if Echo was going to have coffee, it would be some sort of very light, let's say like a mocha latte or something like that. But if this was like a Starbucks kind of thing, he would probably go for like the iced matcha latte.
How many
completely pumps? Matcha is scooped, it is not pumped.
No, I mean like a sweetener.
Oh, I see. If we're talking for like mocha, it would be a lot, because he really did not appreciate the hot, bitter taste. That was not his business. But yeah, that's what I got. How about you, Iz?
Hey guys, I'm Izzy. This is the one place where I am found for the most part. And I play Melly. What would she drink? I think probably some sort of tea latte, like chai or matcha. Those are the only two that I can think of at the moment.
I could see that.
Yep.
I feel like I could also see Melly drinking like a cascara kind of tea. Like, you might not necessarily drink coffee, but you'll drink tea made from the fruit of the coffee. I don't know if that's true, but I could see that.
Is plum coffee a thing?
It's close to the plums. That's what I was thinking. Yes. I'm sure there's like a dried plum infusion thing that's out there. There has to be. But I guess we'll find out if we ever explore Melly's hometown and meet her family, which I hope that we'll get to do at some point. Personally, I like coffee in a V60, and something light and bright is usually my go-to. But what's more important to that? JnJtabletop. We're here to make your dreams come true. Does that cover everything?
Yeah, I think if you subscribe to the channel, all of your wildest dreams will come true.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Only one way to find out, though.
And join the Discord too. Like, if you're still here and you're listening to our nonsense and you enjoy it, join the Discord. We had a really cool comment in there the other day, and that person has been hanging out and talking to us since then, and it's been really cool. So, like, we love that. We genuinely want to have conversations with you. So, do that. It makes us happy.
Yeah, we can nerd out together.
Exactly. Anything else we need to shout out, Mr. Jacoby?
I don't think so. I think we're
All right.
good.
Well, if that's the case, then we're going to do recap, and we're going to try to do it quick because we ended last session in the middle of a combat, and not only in the middle of the combat, but in the middle of a combat turn. And if you're wondering, why are they fighting? Who was fighting? Whose turn was it? I'm going to tell you that right now. So last time on Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions, we had our adventurers going deep in the depths of Baylor's cave, cavern, open concept home and laboratory. Basically, Baylor is some sort of nasty, evil druid person who was supposed to protect the woods, but something happened along the way, and with this corruption, this nastiness going on there, whether that affected him or whether he caused that, nasty things are going on in the forest, and he's the root of a lot of them. So, in order to save
See what you
Maggie,
did there?
one of the the Roots, the Roots. Great band, not just Jimmy Fallon's backup. Check out And Then You Shoot Your Cousin. It's a good album. Weird, but it's good. Anyway, so there is a village person named Maggie who has been affected by something to do with Baylor and his weird snake experiments. They saved her initially, but now she needs more saving. So they went down to fight this Baylor and kill him in hopes of reversing whatever is going on, or I don't know what your plans are, but just to save Maggie, essentially, what's going on. So you went down there, you found him, there were some traps, there was some up, down, down, left, right. You'll know that if you know that. And basically, our group started this fight. It was crazy. There's snakes going all over the place. There's fire and craziness and fire elementals and whatnot. And Baylor had just raised this wall of fire, separating our members from each other, our party members from each other, and then turned himself into some sort of rock giant thing. Not a stone giant, like a giant made of rock. Some would call it an earth elemental. So his action used, his bonus action used, we're going to pop right back into combat, and Baylor is going to use Earth Glide to burrow into the ground, and I'm gonna move his token like right here. That's not where he is. That's just so I don't have to delete it and find a new one and resize it and everything, and just keep it like that. So he has moved to wherever he was planning on moving to. I'm just gonna do a quick recap of initiative just in case anyone lost it. Baylor, Vale, Echo, Melly, Mac, and there's some other stuff in between. But those are your orders. So,
Okay.
Vale, it is now your turn. This wall of fire erupted in front of you. You're still close enough to it where you could feel the heat radiating off of it. It doesn't burn you or anything. You just feel it down in the plums. And
Okay. Toasty. All right. So, all right. So I just see it. This thing just erupt in front of me. I don't. Is it? It's taller. Did I see him change into? Like, is he taller than the wall? I don't remember.
That's an excellent question. His size is large, and I believe Wall of Fire goes up 20 feet. No,
That's
20.
That's pretty big.
20 feet high. Yeah, it's 60 feet long and 20 feet high. So.
Okay. So, well, what would Vale do right here? That's the question. I don't. I think he would approach.
I will just say Vale would also probably realize that there is another giant snake behind him. And
That's true.
Mellie's like on the outskirts of this, but I would say that like you could see like half of her standing in the flame and half of her standing outside of it.
Fair enough.
So just more
yeah.
context, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot how far away he was from the wall, because originally I was gonna just run right through it, like that's what Val was gonna do, but I also know that it's 30 feet away, and I don't know if he'd be able to actually get an attack off at this point. So I'm trying to, with the snake behind him, knowing that Echo and Mac are on the other side, I think he might just think things are divided a little bit here, and that might be okay. So I'm just gonna check one thing out about the Hex spell before can I move it like Hunter's Mark? Yes, I can. All right, so I'm gonna use my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Hex on the snake. It's a 90-foot range, so I think I got him there.
Does he have to make a save again, or?
No, it's
Okay.
not damage. It's only damage if I hit him.
Okay.
And then I am going to move. Let's see, I got 6 squares, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am going to turn and use sharpshooter. We're not. Are we blessed? We're not blessed. Are we blessed? No. Okay.
Okay. You did do something though, temp HP, right?
Aid. I think that was what I was
Aid.
Was
mistaking.
it that
it for.
bless wore off? Because I know we had it at some point.
We did for the first round,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. All right. So I'm just gonna sharpshooter attack the giant snake. That's gonna be a miss because it's a natural 4 plus 6, I think. Yeah. So that's a
Is
10.
unfortunately a miss. Yeah,
Going for another sharpshooter.
you got it.
All right. 13 plus 6 is 19.
That is a hit.
All right. I get to re-roll those. Much better. All right, so 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 10, 22 piercing and 2 necrotic, so 24 all day.
Very nice.
That's his move, action, and bonus. So I think, I think that's it for Val.
Solid turn. Okay, so after Vale is Echo.
Hello. Okay, just as a reminder, I apologize. The fella who is directly northeast of me, next to the desk.
Fine blade.
A vine blight. Yes, that's right. Okay. I think I'm going to use this opportunity to get away from the firewall. And I'll smack. Yeah, I'll go up and smack the vine blight with my 10-foot pole. AKA Owen, Staff of the Wilds. So let's see how we do. Oh, that's quite nice. It's a plus 10. You'd think I'd remember that by now. So 22 to hit.
22 hits. Oh, whatever. Never mind. Yes, 22 hits.
I don't like that.
I couldn't remember if I had readied an action with the Vine Blight. So that's what I'm just gonna err on the side of nope. So
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's poo-poo damage. Plus 6, so 8 magical bludgeoning damage.
You sure hit it.
I guess I'm gonna do it again.
All right.
27 to hit.
27 hits.
That's better. 13 magical bludgeoning damage.
Oh my. Yeah.
Yes.
You sure did. And you're just like, you hit it the first time as like it's like vines are like grasping out to you as you start to get closer to it, and before they approach you, you like smack it out of the way. I feel like you go back in for your second, you get a nice hit on like we'll pretend it's like a tree and we'll call it like the trunk of it. And you really just like cut out like a mean section of it. It is still up.
All right, then I'll get a little closer and kick him. Uh, 29 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, 9 magical bludgeoning damage.
How would you like to do that as you kill this potted plant?
I think it's a lot. I think that whole encounter is a lot sillier than it is cool. Like, you know, he comes up with the pole and just whap, and like doesn't really do a whole lot, so he just kind of winds back up and whap, and still nothing. And he just kind of walks up and kicks it, and it kind of flops out of the pot onto the floor. Like it's incapacitated, but it's probably still like wiggling around.
You just hear like a it's
Yeah.
It's just with the stereotypical orange clay pot
Yeah.
cracked in pieces on the ground.
Oh, terracotta.
He's very kind of unsatisfied with that, but still, like kind of, you know, snaps back into it like, okay, yeah, and is just kind of keeping his head on a swivel, looking out for where this magic man has gone. I think that's gonna end my turn.
Well, if that ends your turn, then he's now become Big Snake Boy. So, there we'll go. Heading towards the creature who just hurt him. That is 30 feet. And I think the snake has decided to dash. Because it can't do anything else. Yeah.
That's a big yikes.
Snake, big giant snake boy just kind of just like goes there, and you see its big giant snake tongue
Yikes.
flapping sloppily in the non-wind, and a little bit of big giant snake saliva hits you. You could smell its big giant snake breath.
Yep.
It's just sitting there in front of you waiting.
Okay.
And that will end the snake's turn, and that brings us to Melly.
So we have no idea where Baylor went.
No idea.
Okay. I have an idea of what I want to do. I just gotta find exactly where it is on the thing. Okay. So Melly's gonna take out the Staff of Frost,
Nice.
and she's gonna do Wall of Ice. It can form a hemispherical dome or a sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. So I think I'm gonna. How big is the snake? Could I just like kind of just be like,
It just put a dome around the snake.
I love this idea so much.
The snake.
10-foot
Yeah,
radius?
I mean, yeah. No, you can. That's the size of the snake. So
okay, yeah.
you want to
So
just lock it down? You absolutely could.
yeah, so we could just worry about it later. That feels like a good idea.
Okay. I don't think there's even anything that he could do about that. I think the snake is now just encased in ice.
Might take damage.
Oh yeah. What that's was there
Is
a
it?
damage portion to
If
that?
the wall cuts through a creature's space, when it appears, the creature within its area is pushed to one side of the wall and must make a dexterity save. But I'm like putting it around him. So
Why don't you roll a d10 for me?
okay. Oh, I didn't put my dice in order. Nope, not that one. Nope.
So you're making the damaging side of the wall on the inside, right? Is that?
Yeah, sorry. All my d10s were in a totally separate area.
You
That's why I
need,
couldn't find it. I got it.
That's why.
You
That's
need
why I chose
sixes?
them. I had a feeling.
5.
sorry.
5, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And basically the description for how and why it would take damage would be if you put it in the same place something was standing.
Yeah, if the wall cuts through a creature's space when it appears, the creature within its area is pushed to one side of the wall and must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed throw, the creature takes 10d6 cold damage.
So what I had decided was if you rolled 5 or more, even though you were just trying to encase it, a little bit of that snake tail was sticking out, and that ice landed right on it. As long as you're happy with that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So I will roll a dex save for the snake, which is being pushed to the inside of this case of ice, and we'll see how much damage the snake has to take. That's an 8.
The dex save is a 17.
Yeah. So how much damage does this snake take?
10d6.
Well, yes, but how much damage does it take?
I haven't rolled it yet. I'm gonna need. Ooh, I should roll them all individually because I don't want them bouncing around. Okay.
I take it back. The snake doesn't take any damage.
Okay, we're up to 7, 10, 13, 17, and that's 5 of them so far. Okay, hold on. I need to write this down. 17, and then... And then one more. Hold on. Sorry.
Okay, it's just funny.
Okay. So that's gonna be this plus that. That equals 37 points of damage.
37.
Force damage.
Did you know that this snake had 36 hit points left?
Oh, I didn't.
So I don't even.
I think we would know.
Yeah, I don't even know if you would know. Yeah. I don't know if you would know if you killed it or not. But you now know that. All of you. So use that information however you want. How about this? Suddenly the ice comes around, completely encases this snake. You hear a shriek and notice that part of the tail of the snake is on the outside of the ice. And there is blood that you could see on the outside and the inside of the ice.
Question. Does the ice put out any part of the firewall?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's... Am I on fire right now?
You don't want to
You
end your
actually
turn there.
ignite.
Okay.
Hey. I think that, yeah.
You just took damage
well.
from it, so that's at least
Yeah.
something.
You certainly feel hot.
Okay.
Well, well, it doesn't say anything about you igniting, so I would say no, you are not on fire, but you definitely feel very hot. Uncomfortably warm.
Okay. Yeah, I can walk through my friends' spaces, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 5. Can I squeeze through here, or is that like between the snake and the rock? We're just,
Yeah.
okay. Yep.
Like,
Okay.
Which,
so I was
which side do you mean?
5.
Like the veil side or the fire side?
the veil side.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. I don't know what else to do, so that's it. The end
E.
of my turn.
Got it. That brings us to this twig blight, which dies because the fire, you know.
Love it.
I think any other twig blight that may or may not have been near where Mac is standing caught fire. Because they're literally just sentient dry twigs. So that brings us to Mac.
So, can we see this thing at all? Or is
What?
it like completely burrowed, like to where you can't see it at all?
Completely burrowed. You can't see it at all. Could be anywhere.
Alright, well, I'm just feeling a little bit of heat, so I'm just gonna take like a step over here, because I feel like I was in the middle of the flames, yet somehow not on fire.
Rogues.
Just have some smoke coming
Okay.
off of me, and I'm just kind of like looking around. I will ready an action if I can to attack anything that comes, the first thing that comes into my range that is an enemy, if that's allowed. And I would include throwing a knife at it as well, not just in my. So I would say 20 feet range.
Okay. All right. So essentially, just if you see
If I see
you
him
see it,
pop, like I'm
you
just
heat it.
kind of like, you know, like kind of like head on a swivel, just like waiting to peg something if I see something pop
Yeah.
up.
however you can attack anything, or the guy.
Even if it, I would say any enemy, even if it's not that, like if it spawned something that popped up, I would say I would attack it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you got it. So next enemy that you see, you mess with. All right. So Shadrach and Meshach are still above the fire, and
Nice.
And that ends your turn. Then we have 2 more boys. Can I do the thing? Oh, no, I can't do the thing. I mean, I can, it's just, you know, not as easily as I had thought. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So.
I don't.
you said nope.
Nope.
So 2 more potted plants begin to start moving around. They're moving around at the same time. So Mac, which one of them would you like to throw your dagger at?
I would say the
I
one
guess throw your dagger
farther to the south. This one, or the one farther to the
got
south
it.
of me.
Sounds good. Roll an attack, por favor.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
I have a question. This creature hasn't gone yet, has
I hope I have an answer.
Or would you consider it to have gone?
It has.
I mean, it's up to you.
How about this? We'll say it hasn't gone because I think that means you do something cool. But
Yes.
realistically, it's probably just been readying actions. But we'll say it hasn't gone.
I mean, it's up to
that's
you.
more
Like,
fun.
I'm
No,
okay.
it hasn't. It hasn't
regardless.
gone.
Okay.
I haven't seen it do anything. Have you seen it do anything?
I haven't seen you in the fight at all. Alright. Roll my damage dice then. That would be 23 piercing damage.
23 piercing damage. That's a nice hit.
5d6.
It pretty much like, you know. No, we'll stick to it. Well, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Bear with me. 1 moment. Actually, everyone roll me a d8.
Oh no. 7.
5.
4.
1.
Seven, 5, 4, 1. Right? How much damage did you do?
23.
It is still up, but just barely. As I feel like you throw that dagger, and it just rips through it as like it's starting to trying to reach out to you so it could grab you and constrict, and you're just like nope, and just it cuts all of the vines coming towards you just clean down the middle, and they just fall on the ground, and they like die as soon as they hit the ground. They already look like dried out, but the plant is still kicking. Okay, let's see. So, we will move 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that still? It doesn't matter actually. Here, 5, 10. Jake, remind me, readying an action also uses your reaction. Is that correct?
To use the ready action,
That-
yes.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I'm doing that by the book. You know what I mean? By the book.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do two things. One, the boy that just moved in between Mac and Echo is gonna use entangling plants. So I need the both of you to make a strength saving throw as these just vines and plants and thorny weeds just all kind of pop up all around you.
I got a 19.
Got a 19? Very nice. Mac?
Oh, sorry.
So,
And what is that?
strength.
Strength? That's a 6.
It's a 6? Okay. So Mac is restrained. And that's it. It makes things a little interesting. If you're already okay, all right. I don't think I can really do what I want to do then. Yeah, whatever. The other one's gonna hit Mac. And let me just make sure attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Okay, so he will roll with advantage since you are restrained. And that is 22 to hit.
That does hit.
P. It's 11 bludgeoning damage. And on top, can you be? I guess you could. I do you know what I'm thinking of right now, Jake?
Grappled and restrained being all sorts of weird.
Yeah. Like,
I hate this stuff.
can you be restrained by two creatures at the same time? I don't really know.
I would say yeah, but escaping the restrained, you'd have to break both.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing anyway. So, yeah, I mean you're there. Not only are vines below you that are grabbing onto you, the one that you had thrown a knife at has sprouted some new vines, and it's holding onto your arms with that. So it's like your legs are entangled with the stuff coming out of the ground. And your arms are tied up with the homeboy up right in front of you. And that, I believe, is going to end Divine Blight's turn. And that brings us back to the boy himself. Ooh. Didn't really know where he is. Just... Ow. Let's see. One of these at what level? Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do it at that level. You know what I mean?
I do not.
Good.
Dang it.
I'm just collecting dice. There's something I may or may not be doing. You guys don't even really know. I need one more. Oh, where is it? Well, okay. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Oop. Okay. So that would be nice. That is helpful. Plus one. Wait. Okay. Cool. Only you knew. You know? Wouldn't it be nice if you guys knew?
I feel like we're gonna find out. Somehow we're finding out soon.
Alright, just write that down. Keep me honest. Alright. I don't think I'd be able to do that. I can't anyway, so that's fine. Well then, the 10 goes back to Vale.
So we don't see anything different on this side of the wall.
Absolutely nothing on this side of the wall.
All right. So from Vale's point of view, he hexed that thing, shot it, ran back, was about to attack him, and all of a sudden an ice dome, just in case, is this big. He's like, oh. Sees Melly run past.
And it looks like, have you ever made soup in a microwave and like left it on for too long? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's kind of what you see on the, like, you don't know what happened in there, but like that cloudy microwave wall looks like some soup exploded on it.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe it's not fully opaque, but we see blood. Blood spatter? No?
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like, oh. He just sees Melly run past him. I think he would just move next to Melly. 2, 3, 4. And I think he just says, "Can I hitch a ride?" And then he will ready an action to shoot an enemy, the first enemy that he can see. And I think that's going to be it for him.
Very nice. That brings us to Echo. Echo, you are not restrained, but in front of you, you see a vine blight. There are, so in a 15-foot radius from that closest vine blight, it's difficult terrain, but you are not restrained. And you see that something's going on with Mac, where he's got these things grasping onto his legs and his arms.
Okay. Echo pulls out his staff and looks at it and nods and smacks it from where he's standing because it's got 10-foot reach.
Nice.
So that's a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is 12, right? 12 magical bludgeoning damage.
All right.
We'll follow up with another attack. Yeah, it's a 19, 29 to hit. Wanted that to be a 20.
Well, it is a hit.
Okay, but that's almost max damage with 13 magical bludgeoning.
13? All right,
Yes.
Do me a favor. Everyone roll me a d8 again.
Got an 8.
1.
I got a 1.
7.
We're getting pretty average results between the 4 of us, though.
So we had an 8, a 1, a 1, and a 7.
Yep.
Okay. And how much damage did you do again? 13?
It was 13.
13.
On,
It was
13 on the last
Yeah.
attack.
Okay. Since you guys rolled hit points for it, and it had one less hit point than it was supposed to have if we used the average, it is dead.
Yay!
Nailed it.
Love that for us.
If you get a hit that does that much damage, might as well give it a chance.
We'll take it.
And
Okay, so do those vines that
that
were
the
coming
one that
from it
was-
disappear?
I'm
Straining.
reading the description now just to make sure that this works the way I want it to work. And if it doesn't, I will. Well, we'll find out.
Those blights are so obnoxious.
The area is difficult terrain for non-plant creatures. In addition, each creature is a blast area and plants appear must see DC 12 become restrained. Creature can use action. All right. Well, so it doesn't say anything about whether or not it goes away after you kill the creature. It just lasts for a minute. But here's the thing: the way I've described everything else that they do is that once you kill them, they all kind of the vine pieces kind of like wither away and die. So the parts that were holding Mac's legs wither away and die, but he is still restrained by the creature directly in front of him.
Okay, so it is not currently difficult terrain.
It is not currently difficult terrain.
Then I'm going to run and kick the plant. So I'll move 5,
It's
10,
easy terrain, actually.
15, 20, 25, and do a big kick, but I'm going to use one of my remaining 2 key points. I will use the one in Owen's Staff of the Wilds, in this case, to deliver 2 very quick attacks. The first will be a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
That is 10 magical bludgeoning damage.
All right. Yeah, you were doing 2. You did 2 attacks.
I did 1 attack,
Okay. Yeah.
but we had said from the beginning of the campaign that when I'm doing flurry, I have to announce it before the first of the 2 attacks. It's
It is
okay.
dead.
Goodbye, key point.
But you have an opportunity to kick Mac if you want to.
I will not kick Mac.
You could choose to not do damage.
Mac appreciates that.
Interesting.
How about we say the second attack was ripping off the remaining vines that were still,
Yeah.
kind of binding Mac up.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll to hit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you did it.
It's a crit. Max damage.
Yeah, it's a crit. Now you do Mac damage. Yo.
Ooh.
All right.
But yes, that will be. I think that'll be it. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna move a little. Just get a little.
Who said something in the group chat?
No, nobody.
Who told them? Who told
I was
them?
about to end my turn. I was like, what else can I do? Oh, I still have movement, so I should probably use that.
He speaks the
Yeah.
truth.
But yeah, seeing as we don't know where this thing is, Echo is kind of looking at the ground and kind of, strafing a little bit. And that's all I can do. So that will end my turn.
You got it, dude. Good turn. Freed up Mac. Freed up yourself. And now... it is... What are we doing? How's everybody? Now, we have the fun part of the encounter that I like to call Wave 3.
Oh no. This is the mean part of the encounter. That's what that means.
And 2 more big boy snakes pop out from that snake pit.
Okay.
If you want, I'll show you the combat tracker that I have on D&D Beyond, because I promise I did plan this.
I believe you.
I actually put a lot of work into this one.
It shows.
So, so I had a lot of time to, right? So their turns are gonna end there. They're just kind of there to threaten you.
I guess
Oh yeah,
I get my reaction. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yes, you do.
I'm going to do shoot the one directly below us. Sharpshooter. That's probably gonna do all right. That's 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Right. Okay. That's 3 necrotic plus 23 magical piercing for 26 total.
Very nice. Very nice. It's like you see it kind of like slither up the side of this thing and just immediately take an arrow and just
It's like no.
this like dark blood just kind of shoots out of it and paints the rock next to it. It's still up, but it's
You know what? I didn't hex it yet, so it's not 3. Give it 3 back. The necrotic didn't happen. I have to apply that still.
you didn't hex it yet.
I have a hex active, but that creature died. Ooh,
Okay.
I get temporary hit. I can look at that.
Well,
I think I'm thinking of my own thing. Never mind.
does that complete your turn? Oh well, it wasn't your turn, so yes, it does complete it.
Correct.
Melly, the stage is yours. Melly.
Okay. The rocks that are like to the right of where Melly and Vale are right now, how tall are those?
Like directly to your right, or like above you and to the right?
Yeah, like above us and to the right.
They're pretty tall. I mean, that's like, I would say like a minimum of probably 15 feet tall, something like that.
15 feet. Okay. And do they look like you could stand on top of them if you were on top of them, or do they look like very round?
I would say that. I mean, they're definitely there's rounded parts to it that you could still stand on top of it if you wanted to. You would think that getting down off of it might take a little bit longer than I don't know. Just getting off of it might take a little bit of time, but yes.
Okay. And then, oops, hold on. I want to zoom out a little bit. The rocks that are to the left, I don't know if Melly could have seen those. Okay. Yeah, alright. So, I guess I'm trying to think of what she would have been able to see from where she was. She's not going to take any risk. So she's going to turn to Vale and go, of course. And she's going to cast Dimension Door. And the door is gonna appear on the ice sphere. It's gonna have the symbol of Ray on it, and she's gonna open it up and grab Vale's hand and pull him through, and they're going to appear on top of this rock right here, because I feel like that would have been the one that Melly would have chosen.
Sure. Nice.
So tell us, what doth we see?
Yes.
I mean, when you pop over there, you get a pretty good view of the whole battlefield, honestly, because that fire is, I'd say it's like in line with where you are, because I said it's 15 feet tall. That the fire goes 20 feet tall. But I'd still say that, you'd be able to see over it. So you could see everything that you already had the ability to see, across the entire battlefield. And then you could also see two halfling boys with just it looks like they did a lot of gardening and didn't throw it in a bag. There are just weeds everywhere. Matt's actually Mac has some of them like Mac almost looks like someone had like mowed a lawn and then tossed some of the bag of cut grass on him.
Yes.
Or like he rolled around in the grass afterwards. But you also see Baylor's desk and chair, and a bunch of potted plants knocked over. But yeah, that's everything. Is that what you were looking? Was there anything else that you were looking for that I didn't mention?
Baylor, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah, you don't see him.
assuming he's. Well, no, I know he's not actually there. But I didn't know if he was somewhere else where I could see. Now that I'm up top, on the tippy top of that rock.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Then that concludes my turn.
Alrighty then.
It was a good one.
So, I need you to roll let's see. On the side of the wall, select when you cast the creature. Each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. So, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. Because you are within 10 feet of the wall.
Oh, yikes.
Oops. Is Vale okay though?
Well,
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is actually, because one side of the wall,
Yeah.
the
If it's
creature
a
takes the same damage
10
when
foot.
it enters the wall for the first time, or on a turn that ends, or when it ends a turn there.
We both
So
qualify.
yeah, you did enter for the first time. So right?
Yikes.
I don't know. Does that count? I think it still does. You didn't technically enter. I guess it still counts.
It counts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So both of you make a dex saving throw.
That's a 10 for Vale, so that's a fail. Come on, Melly.
Hold on, I need to see dexterity 18.
I want to kill both of them. Come on. No. Okay. All right. So we 18 and a 10, right? So Melly saves, Vale fails. You're both still gonna take damage, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let us find out. All right. I always roll like, well, I guess this was average. So Vale is gonna take 27 fire damage, and Melly is gonna take half that.
Vale doesn't have a reaction, so yeah, he's taking.
Alright, Smelly takes 14.
All right, we all good? Oh, you
Well-
said that ended your turn already, so I don't know what I was waiting for.
Well, so I have a question though. Since they just took damage, I think Melly would have been like, "Oh no, she still technically has her movement. Can she start to get off of the rock? No? Okay.
Nah, you already ended your turn. Sorry.
That's fine.
Well,
What?
that event would have preceded ending her turn, though. She entered the space.
But it's enter the space for the first time, or end your turn there. Which is interesting because
Yeah, but how
Veil
do you
would have taken
define-
the damage immediately. So, but
mean,
what's
I
a
think
fair way to handle that? What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I think it's just a second instance of the first time, but otherwise that just means she could like dance it around it and not end her turn there. But it's up to you.
Yeah. So if you want to say you still took the damage, but you could still have the rest of your movement, I'm all right with that as long as everybody thinks that's fair.
You get close to it, you get burned.
Does that sound good?
Well, I don't want to like not follow the rules as they're written.
You're not following rules as written is for losers. We play rules as intended. If you play rules as written, that's fine. It's just not for me.
Nerds. No.
I mean, I feel like this table plays rules as DM. So.
which is rules as written.
I mean, it's Josh's prerogative.
Yeah, it's your call. What makes sense to you?
I say if you want to move, that's fine.
Okay, well, so I know you said it would be difficult to get down, so can she use all of her movement
So
to like
We'll
just
call-
get here?
yeah,
And then
That's
but she's not 10 feet away from it yet, right? So then
you-
maybe this spot.
with a rock in between you like that, I'm gonna say we could call it. I mean, you could also move to that spot if you want to, but if that giant rock is in between you, we'll call it 10 feet away from it because there's a large barrier, and that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Like there's fire spitting off the top of it, but
Sorry,
behind it,
Bill.
it's okay.
Be good. Be good.
All right. So while we just kind of regroup from that, let's take a quick break. And next up will be Mac.
We're recording again.
Did you hear that crack?
I did.
That was my knee.
It's good. I for a second I thought someone stepped on a crack and maybe broke your back.
Yeah, that happened at some point in time too.
5, is it? Is that right?
Yeah, that
There
is
it is.
correct. Gotham is yours.
Counterspell. Like, that was Bane, right? It's not okay. No, gonna do another quick test here and see what's going on because I don't know why that would make anything spike.
Yeti is a Swiss folk metal band.
Thought you're talking about Blue Yeti. Oh.
Hey Jake,
Yeah.
why do fighters have so many feet?
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Welcome back. Any questions? All right, Mac.
No.
Oh. Okay. All right. So everyone is now on the one side of this wall of fire, all fairly close now. The party's no longer split. Some people a little toastier than others, and it is now Mac's turn.
And Mac is gonna take a nap. No, I'm just kidding.
Mac takes a long rest.
Mac is actually gonna dive behind this desk and hide.
Smart.
Is what he's gonna try to do.
Yeah. Yeah, roll a stealth check. With advantage because there's a wall of fire there. Dude's underground. Anything. Yeah.
I mean, that is a nat 20 for a 31 stealth.
Mac has
Yikes.
left the building.
My plus 11 to stealth is crazy.
Rogues.
All right. That actually is a bonus action for you. So do you have anything that you wanted to do with your action?
No.
Okay. You got it. So that'll end Mac's turn. Vine Blights would have gone, but you know, they used some weed killer. There's probably a popular name brand one that I can't think of, so they used that though. Whichever one comes to mind when you say he's just killed some plants. All right. Anyway, that brings us back to the top. So let me
Would you say
see.
it's roundup?
Yes, I would say that it is now
Okay.
the top of the round.
Okay.
Thank you, Jake.
Too many stars aligned there. I could not say something. I think it's Vale's turn. Is that true?
It is not Bill's turn.
No. Okay.
Interesting position to be in, right here. You know what I mean? Yep.
Conifer? What? There's a map of the section here
like,
somewhere.
"Hey, I made you
Guys,
see
we
it."
have to find it.
Oh man, for the 5 of you watching this who've played Hollow Knight, you'll love it. That's great. So let's see. All right. Sorry. Hey, let's do this. You know? Let's do this. You know what I mean? Okay. So. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Sorry.
So I says to the guy, hey, look at that guy that just popped up behind the DM screen over there. Turning left, turning right. Got really good stats over there. Boom. Roasted. I will say I rolled this because I forgot to roll it before, but Val's concentration on Hex is broken.
Okay. You got it. I'm just
You're
trying to
heartbroken
figure
about
out.
it, I know.
I am, hey, I like you guys to have cool things. I don't, I don't care. How do you have to choose to end no, you don't have to choose to end concentration. You just do something that would break your concentration.
You
Is
can.
that correct?
If you do something else that you're concentrating on, the original spell you're concentrating on ends. You can end it willingly, or someone
Willingly.
can break it.
It's not
Sure.
It's not a bonus action or anything. Okay, thank you. That's
It-
what I was.
A spell sometimes has it in the description of the spell, or I might be mixing up editions, but if you just cast another concentration spell, then
You know what?
that happens.
I could also just send it, which is what I think I will
no.
do.
gonna zoom out for the crowd because I have no idea what's about to happen.
Whoop.
Oh, that. Okay.
Up from the ground.
It was such a good idea, I thought.
A large earth man
He's an earthman.
shows up. Yeah, an earthman. Just kind of pops up from beneath you. Jake, I just entered Wall of Fire for the first time. I
Yeah.
guess that means I gotta roll a save.
I'm not gonna say no.
It doesn't say anything about
A creature.
the. Yeah, all it says is a creature. So before I do anything, I think that means I have to roll my save. So let me do that, because maybe I break on my concentration. Who knows? That. Why did I just roll with advantage? I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done that. And I was punished for it because I rolled again and it was worse. Which is good. Okay. So, he's gonna take some damage. And where's my list? D8. There it is. The best that I've rolled yet with this wall of fire damage.
This music is giving me so much anxiety right now.
I kind of love this one though. It is very, very anxious, but that was great.
Feels about right.
That was like a Cuphead music.
Oh, thanks, Evan. You said we can end at any time. I thought so.
No action required.
Thank you.
So,
I was keeping it anyway just for fun. Because why not?
well, the risk reward's there. I mean, Bale's still
Yeah.
baking if he wants. Don't grapple and restrain Bale, please.
Okay, big man. Anyway, now what I will do is perform a slam attack.
What up?
It is a multi-attack. First one, I am going to do on Melly. So, let's see. That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh. And that is max damage. So that is 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie
How you doing?
dokie. Well, Baylor slams down on Melly. Imagine he just like bops her right on top of the head, and she's down.
Okay. All right. Was aid still up? And is aid concentration, or no?
No, aid's
Never
not
mind.
concentration. It's just a solid 8 hours.
Is the ice wall concentration?
Good
Okay.
question.
It is.
I believe it is. All right. So the ice wall drops, and Vale, out of the corner of his eye, sees a mutilated snake fall on the ground. Because that's what's important right now. All right. So Melly is down. And we're gonna continue on with the turn as Homeboy attacks Vale with the same slam attack.
I would like to use Echo's no power.
I was genuinely like, what?
Oh, is that a thing?
I
didn't know you could do no. Hold on. What is this magic?
Okay, that's fine. All right, so that is a 17 to hit. Which I think just hits. Do you still have? You don't have a reaction, right, for shield?
That's true. It's not even on the table for it. No, it is a hit. I have a 17, so he got me. 16 as my AC.
All right, so we're gonna roll some damage. Not as bad as the last one. What's the plus? Okay, so that is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And let me roll concentration for him because I did take damage, even though it was damage of my own doing. It's fine. It's still up. And I do have a little tiny bit more. Huh? I could go. Yeah. So, with that, Baylor's turn has ended, and Vale's turn has begun. Vale,
Okay.
you are on top of a rock,
Yeah, a lot happened since Vale last went.
engaged in melee combat with the dude.
Oh, he moved to that side.
El Duderino, yep. And Melly is down, and we'll begin making death saves pretty soon.
Yeah.
Indeed, so take your time, whatever you would like to do, go for it.
I just have a question. So Melly started going down the rock, or is she on the ground below him?
She's on the ground below you.
So she's like 15 feet away
She,
from him.
essentially, she's at the bottom of the rock. She's like standing at the base of it. If I
Okay.
understood her last turn correct. Either way, she would have fallen down, so she'd be at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
All right. First
so-
thing, Vale is going to use his second wind as a bonus action.
a wise decision.
Not too bad. 6 plus 5 is 11. So you get 11 back. I feel like after getting burned and then popped, I feel like he kind of at that point he just kind of shakes his head to get the health back, and then turns and sees Melly on the ground. How far is it the ground from him?
It's 15 feet down, is where it is. So
All right, he's going to jump down
okay,
and
roll
yeah, go ahead. The acrobatics.
roll acrobatics to see how well that works.
I'd use a different die moving forward. That's a total of a 7. Vale is a dexterous
Total of a 7?
character. That was a bad roll. Yes, sir.
Okay, so jumping down.
Can Melly's lifeless body break his fall?
That
You
depends.
want
Do
her
you
to
want to
fail
take
a
an
death
attack
save?
while you're down?
It's on brand for this fight. Hold on.
Okay, so for every
10 feet is 1d6, so
okay, yeah. So you
like
take
1d6.
you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground a little sloppier than you had intended.
It's all
But it worked.
on brand. Vale is then okay, so he's gonna do that. Is like Baylor like hovering right over her? Like what?
Oh yeah.
think Vale probably you just hear him curse in Elvish pretty loudly. He's gonna, I mean, this is where he would try to be, like in between the two of them. But he's going to take, as his action, he's going to take a, where is it? There it is, a greater healing potion and use it on Melly.
Nice.
Which is 4d4. It's 4.
But used in action, so it's
That is-
maximum.
Oh, that's right. So that's 20. You get 20 back.
Although I think we decided anytime you give someone else a potion, it's an action, but we'll still play by the max.
Okay.
Because
That's
why
I like that rule. Particularly now. Yes, so you get 20 back as Melly. And then he is going to... Can he ready his shield? How do you feel about that? I know that's part of an attack action, but I don't know. If you're not cool with that, I totally get it.
To just equip a shield?
Yeah, I mean, he second-winded, jumped down, gave her a potion, and just... Once he sees her, like, kind of coming to, he's... But the thinking is he would turn around and just brace himself for more attacks. But if you're not cool with that,
I'm cool.
I
I'm cool
totally
with
get it.
No, I'm cool with it. That's fine.
Okay, so, yeah. That's going to be the end of his turn, and he's going to do his best to stand in between the two. And that's it.
All right. So, Vale's turn has ended. Echo, you just saw a whole lot of stuff happen. You saw a whole lot of stuff happen. So,
Yeah.
why don't you go? Do you think? How would you like to handle it?
Echo leaves. No. He definitely. He sees the whole thing. I don't have to like tread over it again. And he's pretty mad. So he goes into angry boy mode. And gets his staff at the ready and just runs. And as soon as he is within 10 feet of striking distance, just wails on this guy with the staff. If there was ever a time for the moon to show up, it'd be right now. Nope. But that's still an 18 to hit.
An 18 hits.
All right, good. Oh, 13 magical bludgeoning damage.
Sure. Nice.
Hold on, I have to check something. 'Cause
Sure.
I think there's
You got
something
this.
that I have that is dependent on the size of the creature, and I think it has to be only one size larger than me. Yeah. Okay, so I can't do anything with Crusher to move him 5 feet, but that's okay. 24 to hit.
24
That will
hits.
be. That is. Oh, it's the same. No. Yes. 13. I had a complete brain fart. 13 to hit. 13 damage. Magical. 13 magical bludgeoning damage. I'm thinking 2 moves ahead of where I am right now.
Okay. All right. No problem. Take your time.
I think no problem. All right. I'm going to use my final key point to do a flurry of blows. Goodbye, key point. The first attack is a 23 to hit,
23 hits.
and we'll do 11 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I will use the open hand technique that is a free part of Flurry of Blows to remove his ability to take a reaction for the remainder of this turn.
Very nice.
To hopefully give my friend some breathing room. I will do
Excellent.
the final attack of this turn, which is going to be a crit.
Speak it out.
It was a dirty 20.
All right, so maybe you're speaking a different language. Dialect is a
I
little
didn't
off.
say it loud enough. I didn't yell it. All right. And that's another 11 magical bludgeoning damage. Oh, I should have moved 5 feet closer to be within attacking range. I apologize.
Okay. And he can't take reactions now like that.
He
there's
can't
no save
take
or anything for
reactions.
that.
There's no save. It's just
Cool.
so I have another open hand technique I can do because I did a flurry. This doesn't make sense to try this, but the alternative doesn't make sense either. So I'm gonna have him make a strength saving throw.
I feel like the Family Feud family going, yeah, good answer, good answer.
I am sure because the alternative it just doesn't make sense.
Necroprima.
I trust you. I trust you.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
It's 17.
yeah, he passed.
Okay.
I was gonna try to shove him back, but because the alternative is I knock him prone, but given that half of our party is, ranged and I'm trying to get them away, and this guy could just meld into the floor, I think being prone doesn't really help him, but if I could move him away, it might help a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, I think with that, Echo will just take a couple steps back, but you really saw he put all of his whole body into each of those hits, yelling and screaming like you've seen in the past. Hair starting to come out of the bun a little bit, yeah. I think that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Good. All right. That brings us to just stupid voodoo heads that don't really matter. What does it feel like being knocked unconscious and then 3 seconds later coming back to, and there's Vale and a massive rock monster standing over you?
Well, she saw it. She's probably got a real bad migraine right now.
Yeah.
Imagine like her teeth probably hurt,
Yeah.
from when she got bopped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, oh boy. Melly is going to. How big is the creature right now?
Large.
Large? Where the
Size larger than you.
Was the snake large as well, or was he?
I believe the snake was large as well.
Okay. So Melly's gonna take out. What?
Snake was actually huge, which means I probably had it. The snake is huge, but don't worry about that.
Okay.
I probably made a mistake. And
Uh,
the snake, if you will. Sorry, I keep talking over you. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's giving me more time to try and figure out what I want to do. All right, I guess go for broke, right? Melly's gonna take out the staff of frost, and she's gonna try and do that little snow globe effect that she did with the snake. But she definitely wants to, not encapsulate all of him. If she can make it so that way his legs are sticking out the bottom of it, if that makes sense, because she wants him to take force damage.
He is gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw. And let me just see.
Earth elementals shouldn't be very dexterous, right?
I don't know. We're all rolling the same dice, so.
They're constitutionist. They're constitutionists.
Whew.
Oh no, he's really rolling this time.
Now I'm really rolling.
Max effort on that roll.
That is 17. What is that?
So the save is Dex 17. However,
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
Okay.
I read that wrong. I rolled a 16 and I added 1 instead of subtracting 1.
Oh!
So that is a 15. Sorry,
Success.
my mistake. So yeah.
Nice.
Roll all that damage. What's that, 10d6? While Izzy's doing her math.
30 points
Oh.
of damage.
Okay, very nice. 30 points of damage.
Pretty much around what you should expect from that roll.
That is pretty much around what you should expect. So very nice. He gets pushed to one side.
But since most of him is on the inside, I feel like it
Well,
wouldn't.
If it starts at the bottom, if it starts from the ground and doesn't go all the way above him, I don't know if it's possible for him to be on the inside of it. Does that make sense?
How tall is he? Yes, it does, but I'm just curious how tall he is.
I don't know. He's large. So someone grab their DM screen and tell me how tall a
Well,
large creature is.
Large covers an area of about 10 feet, a radius of, not radius of 10 feet, a diameter of 10 feet. So if a small or a medium creature is 5 feet like around and 5 to 6 feet tall, probably somewhere between like 10 and 15 feet.
You're really good because I just Googled it in the time you were explaining that, and it's 8 to 16 feet is the range.
Bro.
So,
So the sphere has a radius of 10 feet, which means it's 20 feet across, and since it's a perfect circle, that means it's 20 feet high.
okay, so but it cut him at the weight. All right. Well,
So it has to
either
start.
way,
It has
all
to
right,
start
let's say
on the
he's,
ground.
He's inside. He's inside.
Okay.
He's inside of this wall.
Okay. Oh, so is it? Can I continue my turn? Does anything else
Yes.
happen? Okay.
Yes, and continue your turn.
Okay. Melia's gonna use half her movement to. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. I forgot. I wanted to. How do I do that? Quickened. Okay. I was gonna use 2 sorcery points to. Oh wait, doesn't matter. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to use Quicken, and I'm going to use that to do Healing Hands as a bonus action on myself.
Okay, it's a racial trait, and we let Vale in this same combat use his. Yes, so that's fine. See, it's about consistency. You could mess with the rules, but don't do it for one person and not for another person. But remember, DMs, it's gonna come back to bite you in the ass, sometimes in the same combat.
But okay, so Melia's gonna use half of her movement to stand up, and then the other 15 to run away. She knows the snakes are in that direction, so I guess go 5, 10, 15. Can she go there?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's action, bonus action, and movement. Okay. Concluded.
All right. So that brings us to Mac. Mac, you just saw homeboy pop up out of the ground, smack a bunch of people, a bunch of your friends. Melly got knocked down, Melly got picked back up, and then he got consumed in a sphere of ice. And it is now your turn. He's like, I rolled a natural
I'm just gonna say
20.
it. I'm just gonna say this. The amount of times that my own party sabotages my ability to do damage blows my mind. Between the amount of times that Echo knocks things back 5 feet so that there's no one within 5 feet of them, so I no longer get sneak attack, and this kind of stuff.
Oh man.
Oh man, it's funny.
Michael, it's
funny.
not their fault. They didn't know where Mac was. He disappeared.
Yes, it's Mac's
Exactly.
fault. It's
Ran
totally
away.
Mac's
And they
fault.
should know that I am going to reappear with death.
Look, she did buy everyone time.
No, I know. I'm not mad, honestly. It truly just
Emergency.
makes me laugh. Like, it really does. All right, well, I am going to go over that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to ready an action to stab him if I see him.
Okay.
And this is gonna be for Baylor and not for anything else.
Cool. Alright.
And give me just a second. Yep, that's it.
Oh, okay. Alright. Interesting. Alright, cool. So that brings us back to Baylor. And this is actually going to be interesting.
I believe it.
So yeah. It's the wall of ice is there are consequences for all of us. So Baylor is going to attack the wall of ice.
Good. Good. Do it.
And what?
I'm just gonna move him for a second so I can move Vale.
The wall's AC is 12.
Okay. That was a 18.
It hits.
Okay. Come on, baby. Give me max damage, baby. That's not max damage. It
Does it qualify as a structure?
does qualify as a structure, which means that my
Yeah, right?
16 turns into a 32. How much?
Okay. So,
How many
the
hit points did it
panel,
have?
that panel that you just hit disappears and now leaves behind a sheet of frigid air in the space where the wall occupied.
Okay.
So a refrigerator, a frigid air. Just like cartoon anvils out of the sky.
So, I mean, I'll say this: the part that he hit is like right over here to break out in the direction where he knew there were people before he got hit. Anyway, before he got stuck in that thing.
Okay.
What does that mean for us? Just if anyone moves through that, that's
Then they get
The-
damage.
okay. All right. Okay. So I'm just putting that there as a.
And I will say this: if he's not coming out, Mac is going in. So do with that what you will, but like however
Well-
you want to decide it. Like if he breaks through and is like charging out, and you don't feel like it would make sense that Mac would take the damage, that's fine. But if he like breaks it and kind of like steps back, Mac would go in after him.
Well, all he did was break it. I'd say a a 10-foot section starting at the ground. Like it's 10 feet sections, right? So I would say starting at the ground and going just up, just in that kind of 10-foot square, whatever. So he's within your reach. So if you readied your action to hit him, you could use your reaction to hit him if you want. I'm gonna say, if you do that, you're probably gonna take that down. It's weird because it says move through. I don't know. What do you, Jake?
This is
what's
so
your
freaking
opinion?
weird.
This is very weird. I'm gonna say my opinion. Any attacks made through that space that are melee is damage. That's my opinion. Does that make sense?
It sounds fair to me. I don't know how else you adjudicate that. That's just weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's a sheet of frigid air there, to stab through it, you'd have to go through it. Like,
Yeah.
even if
Okay.
you're not walking through.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you could roll to make an attack. We will say for your rules purposes, Jake is still within 5 feet, because that barrier, the 10-foot section, there should be plenty of room to reach both of you through there. So whatever bonus that may grant you, you get.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
I like that. That'll do. Come on, Mac. Got this.
That is 22 piercing damage.
22 piercing damage. Nice hit.
Magical.
Roll a con save.
Yeah.
That is a 11.
Okay, so that is a fail. So, Melly, roll 5d6, and let's see.
I don't like this.
As you do that and figure out what that's going to be,
Not a fan.
you see.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Don't be.
Roll them one at a time, please. You see, you see the earth form drop, and
Yes!
good old Baylor and his nasty, corrupted face is right in front of you. Still his turn.
21 points of damage.
21 points of damage?
Yeah, I didn't roll anything lower than a 3 that time.
Okay.
Before there were a lot of ones.
Yeah, no, that's... Sometimes rules are weird, you know?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
How long is that frigid air there for, in your DM opinion? Because it just says that a sheet of frigid air is in the space where the wall occupied. It doesn't say for how long. So does that mean that the concentration keeps the frigid air there? So you can move through the space and you take less damage?
I would say the concentration probably keeps it there. I would either say the concentration keeps it there.
Okay.
All right. This is interesting. I think this is going to work out pretty well for you guys, because I used multi attack as my action, which, because of weird rules and timing, that kind of got split up. Only one attack was made, and that's his action. So,
Does he have to make a concentration check on that wall of fire?
He does have to make a concentration check on the wildfire. Another one.
I don't know if I want him to succeed or fail.
Well,
Probably fail.
he did fail, so that was a natural 5. So, I think that's a fail anyway. Yeah, he did fail. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
yes, he did fail. So, bear with me one moment because that changes things, and I'm not sure what else I'm even able to do.
Can we I could delete the fire tokens for you, I think.
If you can, that'd
Yeah.
be very, very nice.
I got you. That wall of fire was
Wow. Oh, this is very interesting.
thank you to whomever helped.
Complain about taking damage from you, but you unintentionally just set an insane trap. All right. Well,
Oh boy.
what?
You set an insane trap. Oh boy.
You set an insane trap for Baylor, I think.
Come get us. Come get us, Baylor. It's your only hope. No. There is another.
Okay. Baylor also has multi-attack. So I feel like it's still just get it does he doesn't get to make any more attacks. Alright, so he will just take a step back against the ice and hang out there for the remainder of the beginning
Oh,
of,
boy.
of initiative. There's literally nothing else you can do.
You ever stared at your impending doom?
Oh man, well done, friends. I'm speaking too soon, I guess, but he'll just kind of look. He looks like a wild animal backed into this corner, and he's got his staff in front of him, like waiting. He'll just kind of yell as fast as he can in 3 seconds. I've been protecting these woods. I had been protecting them for so long. When the corruption came, when it spread to my forest, I did everything I could. But if the people don't want to protect it, then why should I? If the Empire is going to destroy it, why should I fight the corruption? Why should I delay the inevitable? If this is the end, I will rage toward it. And that'll move us to Vale. Vale, it's your turn. You have sword and board currently, or just board, but either way. You do have to move through the thing to hit him, but...
Or I switch to my bow.
Or you switch to your bow.
I feel like at this point, you just see Vale kind of spin and roll behind Mac, and like over the halfling's head, you just see an arrow notched right here. It just says, I think you're absolutely insane. And he fires a sharpshooter at Baylor.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. Max damage, 23 magical piercing.
All right.
And out comes another. That's a natural 19, a little better. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that is.
I rolled a 1 on the damage, so we're gonna re-roll that. It pierce your feet. Okay, so 3 plus 5 is 8. 18 magical piercing.
All right.
Nerd's still up, isn't he?
He's still up. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know, these two arrows just kind of like they actually, a lot of the time, before your hit points drop to like all the way down, I'll describe hits as like glancing blows, or it hits the armor or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got 2 arrows sticking out of him.
Yeah. Right there with you on that. Yeah, I think Vale is just. I think he'll just stay right there. Because I can't think of a bonus action he could do. I guess I could have done Hex, but who knows what these snakes are gonna do to us. So yeah, Vale's done.
All right. If Vale is finished, then we move to Echo.
Echo will run and jump into the sphere.
Okay, roll a con save.
I'm so bad at con. That's why it's amazing that I got a 21.
Nice. So Izzy still roll 5d6, but Echo, you're gonna take half that.
Mm-hmm.
I like to let the left ones roll the damage.
You would.
There's not enough gravity on Mars. You have to pull the feet to break the
Aw,
neck. They let the left
stop.
ones do it.
17
from Red
points
Rising.
of damage.
17 was your total roll?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Not too
It's
bad.
not too bad.
It's not bad. Yeah.
So 8 or 9.
8.
Round down.
Round down, right? Okay, just making sure.
Sure. Round down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Yeah, and I'm gonna hit him in the face with stick,
I like this.
with my friend stick. 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
And only 8 magical bludgeoning damage, because the cold kind of caught him by surprise. Joints are a little icy.
You got this.
We'll hit him again. 22 to hit
That's a hit.
for 12 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. He's like hurting.
With that second hit, if you said he's like up against the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Even if it's just for flavor, I'll say that the crusher feet on that one like pushed him back as far as he could go.
Sure.
Not that that does any damage, just for flavor, because I get to move him. So the last hit will be an unarmed attack. Do a big kick. That's a there it is. There's the crit I've been looking for.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll be 5 plus 6. So 11 plus 6, 17 magical bludgeoning damage.
17 magical bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
Woo!
Uh,
Say it.
Echo,
Yeah.
how would you like to do this?
I blast him right through the panel that he's like up against. So like the first hit kind of clipped him. He was like, whoa, whoa. The second one, bap, knocked him against the wall, and he just reels
it
back
cracks
and
when it knocks him against the wall too.
yeah. And that last hit just pow,
Little boy
shatters right through the back of it.
Yeah, and there's a giant rock behind him still, so he hits his head on the back of that giant rock. His legs are caught in the freezing area, and his legs just are they're frozen now, and you know, he's dead.
He turns around and just points to the rest of the group, like points at him. He's down. And since it would take longer than 6 seconds to do anything else, that'll end my turn.
All right. That brings us to the snakes.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. There's still tanking to do. Oh, oh no.
So one of them moves there. The other one moves. The other one moves here.
Yeah, it makes sense.
One up top will make an attack on Melly, a constrict attack, which is going to be a 24 to hit. There's like anger and vengeance in its eyes as it realizes what is happening. Okay.
Yeah, that hits. Yep.
Just gets her.
You will take 15 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
you are grappled and restrained.
Yep. Checks out.
Second snake on the bottom, going to make an attack.
Using my echo no power. I got you again with it though.
Because I keep thinking you're
yeah,
gonna be
wait.
like, I use my special reaction.
You think I am Marcus the House Winterburn or something here?
Josh, I think you're forgetting that 15 sessions ago you gave me this special power.
15 sessions and 30 years ago.
So to attack Mac, that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Mac.
And that is 15 again. And Mac is now grappled and restrained. And that ends the snake's turns and brings us to Mac.
What about Melly's turn?
I'm so sorry. That brings us to the end of the turn and brings us to Melly. I skipped right past it. Melly, it is your turn. You are restrained, so your speed is 0. Attack
Okay.
rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So you could attempt to escape. As far as I could tell, you restrained creatures can still attack. Doesn't say they can, so you just have disadvantage if you attack.
I have a question.
Sure.
If I wanted to use a spell that required verbal, somatic, and material, can I do that while I'm restrained?
Based on the definition of restrained, it would seem that you can.
Okay.
Doesn't really make sense to me, but we're gonna go raw for that. It was as written. Unless I'm
Okay.
misunderstanding something.
Well, perfect, because then Melly's gonna go ahead and do Spirit Guardians. And obviously the 3 people she's picking who are safe are Mac, Vale,
The 2 snakes and Vale.
yes. So let's see. So this I think would count as entering the area for the first time. So they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. First one. The one by you is probably going to fail, the other one's probably going to succeed.
They have different wisdoms?
No, they just rolled the different numbers.
Oh.
All
it's 11
snakes
for the
are
first one.
equally wise.
it's 11 for the first one and 17 for the second.
Okay. So they're both going to take damage. One of them's going to take full damage. The other one will take half.
Okay, so yours is going to take full damage, and the one below is going to take half.
All right. So we got, this is 3 d8 of radiant damage.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
What you got?
It's good.
Oh, terrible.
Not good.
Just awful. Not
is
good
it?
at all. That's 6.
Okay. So 6 damage to one.
Yep,
And
this literally took 3.
yes, to 3. That feels not right, but I guess Spirit Guardians is more of a damage over time kind of thing. It's a slow burn, right?
I am unsatisfied. Oh, and because I dropped concentration on the spherical snow, that all disappears.
Nice. Let me clear this lovely drawing we had. Oop, there we go. All right. Is that your whole turn? I think that's everything you can do.
That is, yep.
Okay. Well then, we're gonna move to Mac. For real this time.
What is required to break restraint?
To break restraint, so essentially you're grappled. So grappled creature becomes 0, can't benefit from bonus speed, conditions ends, grappling is incorrect, condition also ends. I believe it's a strength. Is it strength save or athletics check? I think it's strength. Please hold.
I forget.
Should have had that pulled up ahead of time. I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Let's see. Player second. Condition. Grappled.
Maybe it says it on the creature, not the.
I know what the DC is, but it just says escape DC. What's better for you, a strength saving throw or an athletics check?
For the same thing.
Yes,
so-
but it's the same.
I'm who's saying either way, so.
So why don't you decide which one of those you roll, and if you're trying to.
Yeah, I was more curious as to what, but
Either way, it's an action. So I'll say an action to escape, and it's whichever is high for you. I know it's the same, but whichever is higher, athletics or strength saving throw, unless.
If this is escaping a grapple,
Yes.
Oh, what is it?
he can make an acrobatics check,
Acrobatics check. Very nice.
contested by athletics. So like the snake has to use athletics, but the escaper can do athletics or acrobatics.
That's
You know
so
what?
strange since there's a DC, but okay.
Oh, well, that's okay.
well, I'll make this easy in the fact that I'm actually gonna not do that, and I'm gonna go another round. I am actually. You just see Mac's eyes go closed for a second, and then you see some dark smoke pouring out of the hilt of his knife, and it goes up towards the snake, and he's casting Phantasmal Killer onto the snake that's grappling.
Very nice. What does the snake have to do?
It has to make a wisdom saving throw.
That
That
I
snake's more
accidentally
wise.
threw it, and we got 9.
DC's a 15, so that fails. So that means it is now frightened, and at the end of its next turn, it has to make another wisdom saving throw, or it'll take 4d10 psychic damage.
Nice. Very nice. All right.
And I will end my turn there.
Good creative turns for the both of you. Everyone in between Mac and Vale is dead, so we will move to Vale.
Okay. This is a difficult situation because two friends are both looking kind of damaged.
You must decide.
Yeah. Vale is going to reach into his pouch. You actually, Evan, how did you say with he's got those gems like on his forearm, like a bracer.
What, Echoes? Yeah, he's got bracers on that have like a pink gem.
You described something like it would be cool if Vale had this thing for
for
chromatic
Vale, yes.
charge. Yeah.
Yes, that on the bracer that would be on his bow arm,
Yeah.
that he's got each of the elemental things
Yeah.
slotted, so that basically he would run the arrow over it to do the charge.
Yep.
I just thought that would be cool.
That's what he's gonna do.
When did you buy that? No, I'm just kidding.
Rule of cool.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We said that you had that a long time ago. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
we good. Vale switches to sorted board. Little half step to be in between. He's not leaving the radius. And he's using his bonus action to cast chromatic charge. He's going to use cold. He's going to attack the one that's restraining melee.
Good choice.
Yeah, so here it goes. That's probably going to hit. 24.
That is a hit.
Here we go, baby. Okay, so 3 cold damage. That was a great use of that spell.
Heads up.
But the piercing is 10 magical piercing because he's using his shadowed or his black blade packed weapon.
Cool.
And he's taking his second attack. Do the same thing.
All the while, there's little Morgan Freeman's dancing around.
Going on God. That is a total of an 18. I think that probably hits.
Yeah, it hits.
Yeah, okay. I can't re-roll those. That's 2, so that's 6 more magical piercing.
It heads up, man.
It does. That was his action. A little bit of his move. That was his bonus. He's not leaving, so he's done.
All right. Echo. Your turn.
Echo.
Feels conflicted.
I'm just. Echo's going to attack the one that's holding Melly. So he's gonna shimmy his way up and
Mac takes emotional damage. 15 points.
But she can heal emotional damage and Mac can't.
27 to hit,
That's a hit.
13 magical bludgeoning. Second attack, 25 to hit.
It's you killed it with the first attack.
Hit on the second snake. I'll re-roll it. I re-rolled it. I re-rolled too fast. I'll roll that second attack again.
The coiled snake body around Melly just falls limp. And
I love that.
it's you still have an attack, I believe.
I have 2 attacks.
You still have 2 attacks.
So with that, Echo will kind of get around the back of it, around the side of it, around the back of it, to maybe put himself in an advantageous position. Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah,
I was-
roll with
we're-
advantage.
I can go
Yeah, well,
further.
yeah, roll with advantage. Roll with advantage.
Well, the first roll was a 19. Oh, the second roll was a 5. All right, so 29 to hit.
Oh,
And that is of 11 magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
And now I'm going to do a big echo kick. It's probably going to be a standard. I like that was very like
do it.
Super Nintendo era over compressed audio. Big echo kick. 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
And this will be 10 magical bludgeoning damage.
That's good. It's still up, but it's hurting.
All right, that is the end of my turn.
Okay.
Make it
All right,
run.
so it is the snake's turn. I believe it has to make another wisdom save, right, Mac?
It's at
Or is
the
it-
end of its turn, so it does get to go.
End of its turn. Alrighty then.
But it is frightened now.
It's
It
been
is.
frightened.
It is frightened now. So I believe attacks have disadvantage.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So then, in that case, it's going to make a just regular ass attack on Mac because it should be advantage since he's restrained and grappled. But it should be disadvantage because it's scared. So it's gonna try to bite Mac and see what happens.
Come on, Mac. You got this, Mac.
Are you ready?
Maybe.
What do you
Oh.
think you got?
I'm ready. I have no clue. I'm gonna
It's
say an
four-
18.
It's a
4?
14. 14.
A
Which I
14.
think just misses, right?
Just misses. Just misses.
All right, yeah. So it tries to bite you, fails, and now it's gonna make a. Now it's gonna make another wisdom save, and we'll see if that closes it out. Probably, because that's a 10.
DC's a 15, so
So yeah.
4d10. That is 26 psychic damage.
Okay. Still up, believe it or not, but you know, hurting real bad. Like real bad. And it's back to Melly, who is no longer restrained. Do your guardians do anything else?
Oh, actually, it should have. When
Yeah,
it started, actually, it should have taken damage, right?
It did. Oh, when it started its turn, it should have taken damage.
Sorry, that would be on me. The or starts its turn.
Okay.
It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, so another wisdom saving throw.
Many
Uh,
wisdom saving throws.
It's a 9. So
They fail. Okay, let's see if this come on guys, don't let me down. Not that much better. 7.
it's just hanging on. I'm gonna use some Destiny terms and say it's hanging on by a bee's dick, but for all my
it's
OG
real tiny.
guardians out there,
It's real tiny.
just a little tiny bit. But Melly, it is actually it's your turn completely now. Your turn proper, as some would say.
Okie dokies. We will go ahead and do. What do I want to do?
This,
Oh, no.
I'm just imagining this visual while as he's figuring out what she wants to do of this snake just like holding on to Mac and being like mugged, like straight up mugged. There are tiny Morgans around it, just kicking and punching, and you know, Vale right there with the sword and board. Echo hit him with the stick and then kicked him, like it. And you know, you don't really. I don't think there's a visual representation for what Mac did, but Mac messed him up pretty good.
So Melly's gonna do Sacred Flame. So the snake has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Actually pretty good, 17.
Ah,
We're probably gonna kill him. Oh no, Sacred Flame is save or suck, right?
Yeah, cantrips are.
Lo siento, papas fritas.
yeah. Okay. I don't like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 of my sorcery points to do a real spell, cause that was dumb. And we're gonna go ahead and do Guiding Bolt, which
Very
I don't
nice.
like doing because you have to roll for it, and I don't trust my dice. Here we go. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
Okay. Roll all these guys together at the time. Okay. $17 points of radiant damage.
Ellie, what does it look like as this terrified snake that is grasping on to Mac dies and takes an extra 14 negative points of damage? What does that look like to you as your guiding bolt kills it?
Well, I would have shot the guiding bolt at like the end of the snake that was furthest from Mac. So I think like that part just gets like really nicely cooked. It's like almost like, oh, I could eat that.
Okay.
You do you.
Nice. Yeah, so that happens, and I'll say the same as what happened when your snake died. It just drops lifeless and loses its grip on Mac, and Mac is able to take a breath of fresh air. And that is going to end this whole combat. You guys just did the thing. So, looking around, feels quiet and empty. There's a lot of plant carnage, a lot of snake carnage. Ogre's just vibing out in the middle there. I don't think a minute ended yet, or however long it's supposed to last for. It might be longer than that. So yeah, but Mac, what does Mac say or do in this moment?
Honestly, like, if anyone's paying attention when the snake goes down and, like, he hits the ground too, like, he doesn't completely hit the ground, but, like, if they're watching, like, you can see that he's, like, barely standing. You know, like, one of his arms is kind of hanging a little bit, like, just kind of, like, not really, like, moving all that well at the moment, and he's just kind of, like, when he starts to move, you see he's like moving slow, maybe even gingerly on one ankle, like he looks beat up beyond just the grass that's still coating him. but he doesn't say anything. He just kind of, honestly, he
course
makes
not.
his way. He makes his way to the snakes and is checking to see if they have any venom.
Vale gives him a hand offers to help him get up. Vale is just Vale looks like the standing version of Mac, and that just like, oh my god.
Anybody else have anything or say anything, or what do you?
I think Echo's probably gonna he'll walk toward Baylor, but on his way, put a hand on Mac's shoulder and just, give him a little smile and nod, like, you're good. Yeah, I think Echo will want to make his way over to Baylor, but we can resolve that, whenever.
Melly.
Melly will walk over to Mac, and she's gonna do Cure Wounds on him and herself using Twin spell, and she's gonna do it at 2nd level. So that's this. $15 points to both of them.
Very nice.
Now Mac is no longer flashing red. I mean, listen, I was down to 5 health points, and when that last snake attacked, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, well, I was thinking if it was 9 or under, I could use my reaction to have it, and I would still survive. But like, I was really thinking I was going down there.
I think as Melly starts to do her spell, Vale just pats her on the shoulder and then joins Echo.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think we'll. Well, all right. What was your intention with Baylor?
So we still. I mean, I think we can assume that what he was trying to do probably no longer has any effect on. Oh goodness, her name is slipping my memory right now. Yes, thank you. I think Echo assumes that it probably is, dispersed because the person who was doing it is now no longer alive. But I think still there's just something he's got like a little ball in his stomach that there's something that maybe he's got on him that might be causing it, or just something. He just kind of wants to take a look and see if he can find anything of substance, not in a looting way, more in the you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Sure. So yeah, as you start to walk over to him and get closer to him, I had described the face of him as almost in the same way as you had seen like the corruption in the forest where we started our adventure. And what you notice as you approach him and get close is that it looks like it starts to spread, and it's like this deep sick going through his veins and across his body, and it begins to kind of like crystallize on him in this purple, necrotic, nasty kind of way. And I think that's probably a good place to end. So
I can't argue.
So you guys just had a very wild encounter.
Goodness.
But great job. That was a roller coaster. So yeah, wow. Yeah, all right, so everybody, thanks for joining us today. That was like 2.5 hours of combat, of nail-biting combat. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe and comment and join our Discord and follow all of these wonder people at the their socials that are listed under their faces for the entire episode. So, thank you. Have a great night. Be excellent to each other.